Dear students, last class we found what is an increasing function and what is a decreasing function. A function y is equal to fx is said to be increasing on an interval I if its derivative f dash x is greater than 0. If y equal to f of x, we say the function is decreasing on a particular interval I if f dash x is negative. So this is what we discussed in the last class. Today we will discuss a new concept called concavity of a curve. For that, you observe these two curves given by y is equal to s1t, y equal to s2t. You can see that for the first curve, the slopes of tangents in this interval is the interval we are considering here, I. In this interval, the slopes of tangents are increasing. Whereas for this curve, in this interval I, the slopes of tangents are decreasing. If the slopes of tangents are increasing in an interval I, we say the curve y equal to s1t is concave upwards. Concave upwards in the interval I. Here the slopes are decreasing in the interval I. So we say the curve y equal to s2t is concave downwards in the interval I. Concave downwards in the interval I. Now let us see what is the condition required for a function to be concave upwards and concave downwards. Then as per this definition, the curve is concave upwards in the interval I if slopes of tangents are increasing. But we know slope of tangent to the curve y is equal to f of x at any point x is xy, say is f dash of x, is f dash of x. So here slopes of tangents are increasing means the function f dash is increasing in the interval I. In the interval I, f dash is increasing. So the condition for a function y equal to f of x, say here let this be y is equal to f of x, y equal to f of x to be concave upwards in the interval I if f dash is increasing, f dash is increasing in the interval I. Similarly, the curve y is equal to s2t, let it be some for the timing let y equal to f of x, is concave downwards if slopes of tangents are decreasing. That means the function f dash is decreasing in the interval I. So the condition for a curve y equal to f of x to be concave upwards in an interval I is such that f dash, the function f dash is increasing in that interval I, and the curve y equal to fx to be concave downwards if the function f dash is decreasing in the interval I. Now we'll see the definition of what is concavity. Suppose f is a differentiable function on an open interval I. Remember, we are talking about a differentiable function only in the interval I. That means at any point derivative exists. Then only we will get the function f dash. If there is any point in the interval where f dash is not defined, this definition will not work. So f is differentiable on an open interval I. Then the graph of f is concave upward on I if f dash is increasing on I, dash is increasing on I, and the graph of f is concave downwards if f dash is decreasing on I, is on I. So this, if f is a differentiable function on an open interval I, the graph of f is concave upward if f dash is increasing on I, and the graph of f is concave downward on I if f dash is decreasing on I. Now we will get a condition for concavity. Before that, let us observe this portion of the curve y is equal to f of x on various subintervals like a, b, b, c, c, d, d, e, e, g. we can see that in the subinterval AB, the curve is concave upward. Whereas in the subinterval BC, in this interval BC, the curve is concave downward. Here it is concave upward. Here also it is concave upward. Here in the portion of the curve is concave downward. We know as per the definition of concavity, here its derivative is f dash is increasing. Here f dash is decreasing. Here f dash is increasing. Like that it goes. F dash is the function f dash is increasing in this interval, and here the function f dash is decreasing in the interval EG. Now there are certain points you can observe here. You see here from A to B the function f dash is increasing, whereas from B to C the function f dash is decreasing. So the whole domain or I is divided into some finite number of subintervals A, B, B, C, C, D, D, E, E, G, like that. On AB, f dash is increasing. On BC, f dash is decreasing. So what about B? Here this function f dash is increasing, and this is function is f dash is increasing. What is the meaning of f dash is increasing? We have seen already the definition. A function g is increasing, its derivative g dash is greater than 0. So f dash is increasing means its derivative, that is d by dx of f dash x, that is f double dash x, is greater than 0 for all x here. That is f double dash x is greater than 0 in the interval AB if the function is such that it is concave upwards. So f dash is increasing in here. That means for that f dash double dash x is greater than 0. So this is the condition required. If f double dash x is greater than 0, we can say that the curve is concave upwards. Similarly, from B to C, the function is decreasing. F dash is decreasing. F dash is decreasing means its derivative f double dash x is negative. So in the interval BC, f double dash x is negative. But there is a point B here. Here f double dash x is positive. F double dash is greater than 0. And here f double dash is less than 0. So when x changes from crosses this B, what happens to this f double dash at B? It is very clear that this f double dash become 0. F double dash is 0. Sometimes here f double dash is 0. F double dash should exist first and f double dash equal to 0. So here f double dash exists, but f double dash is equal to 0 at this point. Similarly, in the interval BC, you can see that f dash is decreasing, whereas in the interval CD, f dash is increasing, and therefore there is a point here where f dash is equal to f double dash is equal to 0. F double dash means f dash is neither increasing nor decreasing at this point. That means f double dash is equal to 0. F double dash is equal to 0. But here f dash is not exist. F dash does not exist at this point, and this point also f dash does not exist. F dash does not exist. Here also f dash does not exist. Since f dash does not exist, f double dash also does not exist. So there are points. See here D and E are such that f double dash x does not exist. B and C are the points where f double dash exists, but f double dash is equal to 0. So B is the point where f double dash equal to 0. C is the point where f double dash equal to 0. But here f double dash does not exist. Here also f double dash does not exist. Now let us have this theorem. Suppose f has a second derivative on an open interval I, that is f double dash exists. Then if f double dash x is greater than 0 for all x in I, then the graph of f is concave upward. Similarly, in the interval I, if f double dash x is less than 0, just like BC here, f double dash x is negative, then the graph of f is concave down. So this is the sufficient condition for a function to be concave upward and concave downward. The sufficient condition is that the second derivative exists, that is f double dash x exists, and if it exists, then it is greater than 0. If it is greater than 0 in that interval, the function is having concavity upward. If f double dash x is less than 0, it is having the graph is such that it is concave downwards. And there are points f double dash x equal to 0, neither positive nor negative, equal to 0, or there are points where f double dash does not exist. Now, from this, looking at this example, this curve, you can see that in order to find the interval where the function is increasing and where the function is decreasing, we needed to identify these points B, C, D, E, where f double dash equal to 0 or f double dash does not exist. Then only we can say whether the function is increasing, decreasing, like that. So, the requirement for finding the interval where the function is in concave upwards, concave downwards, we have to identify these points B, C, D, like points like B, C, D, E, where f double dash equal to 0, f double dash does not exist. Now, we are going to derive certain steps for determining the intervals of concavity of a function. So first you have to find all x for which f double dash x equal to 0 or f double dash x does not exist. Using these values of x, first of all you partition the domain into subintervals as we did like this: a, b, b, c, c, d, d, e, e, g, where b, c, d, e are points where the derivative or second derivative either equal to 0 or does not exist. So first you get the points where f double dash x equal to 0 or f double dash x does not exist. After that, you select a number c in each interval found in step 1 and determine the sign f double dash c in that interval. That means now you take any point here, some point, say some c dash you take here and see what is the value of f double dash of c. If f double dash of c, where c is a variable point in any point in the interval AB, if f double dash of c is greater than 0, you can conclude that in the interval AB the function is such that it is concavity upwards. Whereas if it is less than 0, f double dash, suppose it is less than 0, then you can conclude that in that interval the function is having concavity downward. So this is how do we determine the intervals of concavity of a function. Suppose we are given a function of x, first we get the points where f double dash x equal to 0 or f double dash x does not exist. Then using these x, you partition the whole domain or the interval into finite number of subintervals. On each subinterval, you take a point c and calculate f double dash of c. If f double dash of c greater than 0, you can conclude that f is concave upward on that interval. Similarly, if in case f double dash c less than 0, the graph of f is concave downward on that interval. Let us take an example. Determine the interval where the graph of fx is equal to x raised to 4 minus 4x cubed plus 12. We have to determine the interval where the curve is concave upward and concave downward. Look, given here fx is equal to x raised to 4 minus 4x cubed plus 12. F dash of x is defined, that is 4x cubed minus 12x square. F double dash of x is equal to 12x square minus 24x, which you can write as 12x into x minus 2. Note that f double dash exists. There is no point where f double dash does not exist. At all points, the second derivative exists. And now let us find the point f double dash x equal to 0, which implies 12x into x minus 2 equal to 0, which implies either x is equal to 0 or x is equal to. So at the points x is equal to 0 and x is equal to 2, you divide the whole domain, that is minus infinity plus infinity. Here the interval is not given, you have to imagine it as minus infinity infinity. The domain of this function is R. So you can take minus infinity infinity. And the points that we are getting, that means where f double dash x equal to 0 or f double dash x does not exist. There is no point where f double dash x does not exist. We get only 2 points where f double dash x is equal to 0. These points, they divide this interval into 3 subintervals. Now at each subinterval you take some point. For example, you take minus 1. Similarly, here you take some 1, here you take some 3 and calculate f double dash of these points. That is, you calculate f double dash of -1, similarly f double dash of 1 and f double dash of 2. Now for C, any value, you are taking -1 here, in between minus infinity and 0. Minus infinity 0 we are considering here. We are taking a point -1 in this interval. Calculate f double dash of -1, which is equal to 12 into -1 into -1 minus 2, which is equal to, this is clearly, this is negative number, this is also negative, so positive, so it is clearly greater than 0. So you can conclude that on the interval minus infinity 0, the function is concave upward, concave upward, upward. Now you consider the interval 0 to, you take a point 1 here and calculate f double dash of 1. F double dash of 1 is equal to 12 into 1 minus 2. 1 minus 2. Here you are substituting 12 into 1 minus 2. Clearly 1 minus 2 is negative. So this is a negative number, which indicates that on 0 to, the function f is concave downward. Concave downward. Similarly, take the interval to infinity and take the point 3 there. 3 there. 3 is a point into infinity. Calculate f double dash of 3. That is 12 into 3 into 3 minus 2. 3 minus 2 is actually positive. This is positive, so clearly greater than 0, which indicates that to infinity, on to infinity, the function f is again concave upward. So this is the conclusion that we are getting. F is concave upward in the interval minus infinity 0 and to infinity. F is concave upward in the interval minus infinity 0 and to infinity, and concave downward in the interval 0 to 0. Let us take another problem. So this is actually the graph of the function. If you plot the graph of the function, you get like this. You can see that from minus infinity up to 0, the portion of the curve is like this. It is concave upward, where 0 to 2, you can see that it is concave downward, and from 2 to infinity, it is concave upward. Now let us take another problem. Here also we have to determine the intervals where the graph of the function fx equal x raised 2 by 3 is concave upward and concave downward. So the given function fx is equal to x raised to 2 by 3. What is f dash of its first derivative? You can see that is 2 by 3 into x raised to 2 by 3 minus 1. And note that this x raised to 2 by 3 minus 1 is negative. So actually it is not differentiable in at the point 0 except at 0, where x not equal to 0. This you can write only f dash x is equal to 2 by 3 and x raised to 2 by 3 minus 1. Otherwise, if x is equal to 0, this becomes infinity. That means f dash does not exist. Similarly, f2x is equal to, this is actually 2 by 3 x raised to minus 1 by 3. So again, it is minus 2 by 9 x raised to minus 1 by 3 minus 1, it is minus 4 by 3. Here also the second derivative does not exist at x is equal to 0. So this function is such that f double dash x does not exist at x is equal to 0. And at all other points f double dash x exists. F double dash x exists. At all other points f double dash x exists and not equal to 0. F double dash x is not equal to, f double dash x is equal to, f double dash x is equal to minus 2 by 9 x raised to 4 by 3, which is not equal to 0 anywhere when x is not equal to 0. When x not equal to 0, this is not equal to, so when x equal to 0, it becomes infinity. So here f double dash x is non-zero everywhere, and f double dash does not exist at x is equal to 0. So what does it indicate? This 0 is a very important point here. We have actually that point of division of the domain where f double dash x equal to 0 or f double dash x does not exist. There is no point where f double dash is equal to 0 here. There is only one point where f double dash x does not exist. So divide the interval minus infinity plus infinity into two subintervals minus infinity 0 and 0 infinity. Now you have to take a point C here, something like minus 1 and similarly 1 here, and calculate f double dash of C. Here f double dash of minus 1 is equal to minus 2 by 9 into minus 1 raised to 4 by 3. Minus 1 raised to 4 by 3 is a positive number. So this is a negative number. This is clearly negative. That means in the interval minus infinity 0, f double dash is negative. That means the function is concave downward. F is concave downward, concave downward in the interval minus infinity 0. Now what about the interval 0 infinity? This we are taking minus infinity 0. Now you take 0 infinity test. You take a point 1 here. Calculate f double dash of 1. F double dash of 1 is minus 2 divided by 9 into 1 raised to 4 by 3. Clearly this is also negative. This is also negative. That means f is again concave downward in interval 0 infinity. So there is no concave upward portion here. The curve is concave downward only. At point 0, f double dash 0 does not exist. Now let us see how the graph looks like. You can see that the graph is like this. See this? From minus infinity to 0, this is a point 0, this is minus infinity, and this is plus infinity this side. Minus infinity to 0, it is concave downward. Concave downward. In 0 infinity also it is concave downward. So this function is such that it is concave downward in the interval minus infinity 0 as well as 0 infinity. It is concave downward. And there is a point 0 where the second derivative does not exist. And we will see what type of that point is. It is just like a cusp point. We call it cusp. It changes. It is again concave downward. This portion is also concave downward, and f dash this point f double dash does not exist. Such a point we'll call later cusp of the curve. Cusp of the curve. Concave upwards, concave downwards. This is concave upwards. This also concave upwards, but there is a point here where f double dash does not exist. This type of point we call cusp later. Okay. So here we are asked to find only the point interval where the concave, where the function is concave upward and concave downward. So with this, I end the session. Next session, we will continue with another concept called the point of inflection. Thank you.